This episode of Co-op is sponsored by The Godfather 2 video game, coming April 7th, Squarespace, and GoDaddy.com.
Hey, dude.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Not much. So are you?
Nothing, just coffee, you know.
Want to make me one?
I can only have water for me. Sorry, dude.
Penis. Well, what do you got going on for the rest of the day?
Nothing, man, nothing at all.
That's good, because Revision 3 wants to see us, like, as a group, all of us later today.
That could be a little bit of an issue, man.
Why?
Well, the other guys, they kind of got jobs.
The fuck do you mean they got jobs?
Why don't you just go see if Fresh is around, and I'll explain later. It's pretty complicated.
Okay. Come on, Jay Fresh, get up. Fresh, get up.
What?
Dude, what? Alright, come on, man. We got a lot of shit to do today. Come on.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Yeah, dude, I do. Naked. Alright, look, man, we got a lot of shit to do today. Revision 3 wants to see all of us, so we're getting the band back together.
Yay.
Yay. Dude, put on some fucking clothes.
Clothes are for babies.
The thing I like about you most is you'd run away with me. So pack your bags and your shotgun too. We might run into zombies. We're always down for that co-op multiplayer action. We're always down. We're so down. We're so down. We're so down for co-op. We're so down for that co-op action.
Now the funny thing about Noby Noby Boy is Jason first pointed it out to me that he looks, when he stretches out, like the Gap scarf, you know? Like he has the exact same color palette, and so it ends up looking like one big Gap scarf stretched across this plane.
Maybe that's the point of the game. Maybe he's just one large scarf engulfing the entire world or something like that.
I think Keita Takahashi would probably say that he's hugging the world.
Oh.
There are a lot of things being said about this game right now. I mean, must play, it's great, super fun. And then I get into it and I'm just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
Mostly because I didn't get it. I didn't know what I was supposed to do or what I wasn't supposed to do.
Do you think your initial confusion was based on the fact that you had expectations of what was to come because of Keita's past games or previous games, namely Katamari? But
right.
yeah, exactly. So to want something like that, because Katamari in itself is just so wonderful. I mean, everybody loves Katamari. If you don't, you're probably an asshole. So I mean, and rolling up the world is better than anything. Mm-hmm. But I guess when I first began to play it, I approached it with like, all right, I'm just gonna let it be what it is. And I think Keita did a really good job at the very beginning with the tutorials, being like, there's no goals, there's no objectives, going into it with that perspective, and having an open mind about what your experience will be really helps. I was playing it with my dad over the weekend, and as my dad said, he said, I think this is the kind of game that somebody who smokes dope would like to play. And I was like, thank you, Dad. That was very, very observant.
Well, it's sort of universal, I think, whenever anybody first sees this game.
For me, it was also hard not to want specific goals, you know, and something to do, because lifelong gamer, you know, everything that I'm used to playing has some sort of conflict resolution that I'm trying to achieve. And this game, not having that initially threw me for a bit of a loop. Because I'm like, well, what am I doing? I'm just wasting time here. Not that, you know, most of my game playing isn't just fucking wasting time anyway, but this game, it seemed to bring that to the fore. But then, like, the memory that surfaced while I was playing was of when I was a kid, I would pull out our old game of Hungry Hungry Hippos, and even with nobody there to play it, I'd play it myself just to watch the hippos eat the marbles. That's the kind of sense of play that this game is really going for.
You know, when you're a kid, you go back to, you know, a Stretch Armstrong or a Silly Putty, and you don't say, well, how do I beat this? Or what's the point? You know, you don't say, I beat Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, you know, it's like, you go. There's no explanation, there's no rules, you just have fun with it.
The big question is it a game? It's very easy to approach Noby Noby Boy kind of as a you know, open playground, as a place of exploration. And, you know, consequently, Kieta is now in the progress of designing playgrounds in London. Like, he's a playground designer. And I think he was looking to explore what gaming was and what it could be.
Yeah.
And I really admire that and what Noby Noby embodies.
Everybody who is playing Noby Noby Boy is contributing to the unlocking of areas.
Right.
Because it's as your Noby Noby Boy grows, and you report your length to Noby Girl. And Noby Girl is the bridge between planets. And the longer you get, the more Noby Girl grows. And there's all kinds of sexual innuendos that people can make out of this game, but we're gonna avoid them because we're a class act. So you report your length to Noby Girl, it makes her grow, and like you can see all of the stats online. You can see how far she grew yesterday, you can see how many people contributed to it. Unlock the moon, that was kind of a big event for people. Now she's on her way to Mars. And if everybody can keep playing, and if they can keep reporting to their length to Noby Girl, then eventually we'll unlock those planets. And that whole meta game idea is that's the thing that's going to keep somebody like me playing.
And that's cool, because I don't know any other game, you know, where I'm just kind of, I'm waiting for this sort of global experience of other players playing as well to improve my gameplay, you know, my game.
Right.
So it basically exposes kind of the idea of the online game, right? When I first visited Girl and saw, you know, all the characters lined on her back, I was like, oh, well, there's a lot of characters on here. I wonder how far back it goes. And it just doesn't stop.
Right.
It's infinite. But it is a really neat kind of exposure of this network of people that are playing.
It's cooperative, and it's a leaderboard at the same time, which is
Yeah,
also
that's
something
true.
that I'm not sure I've seen.
The pooping doesn't get old for me, I'm sorry. Like,
Kind of sounds
Especially
like the
when they
stretching
rocket
sounds.
out.
yeah.
I just learned today that if you eat, I think, an animal and some anthropomorphized bipedal character, then if you eat them in order like that, like one right after the other, and you poop them out, they poop out as combined character.
I did not know that.
So there's this
See-
totally crazy like gene splicing thing in there that
That's-
you can do.
And I think that's kind of what makes me excited about Noby Noby Boy. There's moments, like you were just saying, that you would never even naturally think about, but happen.
Right.
And who knows, there might be hundreds of those moments that people can uncover, you know, the many, many secrets of Noby Noby Boy that is a game in itself. It's exploring what the range of potential is.
Yep.
And I think the whole concept of girls stretching to the moon and beyond also adds to that, because every time you turn on the game, it's a little bit closer to being something completely different.
I'm constantly excited by the content that could potentially come, because when I finally, you know, when the moon came and got unlocked, I got in there and there was like a whole new set of people, of moon beings, you know, of like little space chimps.
Right.
And I didn't think, you know, at first I didn't think that the difference of levels would would present such a fun scenario. But every time I reach like a new level and I see a new creature that I've never seen before, a new building or a new object,
I gotta eat that.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I totally gotta eat that and shit it out. It's almost done. The camera is so detailed. It's hard too. Like, it takes forever to get the hang of it. You know, the tilting, the 6-axis control, and then like the taps versus the holding down. Like,
yeah, that was definitely the most frustrating part of the game because you know you just want to be immersed in it, and Noby Noby Boy's capabilities are very simple. You know, it's eat, poop, and like fly and walk around. Trying to adjust the camera so you can see both the butt and the head at the same time, and figuring out how to manage that, but also there's this constant desire to be like, what's going on over there, and then like wanting to shift gears, but eventually, you know, it gets better.
Oh yeah,
There's a 2D minigame?
There is. It's kind of if you hold right on the thumbstick and hit, I believe it's select, then there's kind of this path that you can follow. And you can kind of try to stay inside the path. There's no penalty for going outside the path, and you can eat it as you're going along. That's the only thing that actually really disappoints me about this game is the lack of music. Because the super high quality, really fitting music that was throughout all the Katamari games was kind of a milestone in gaming because they paid so much attention to it. And then in Noby Noby Boy, when you're playing, there's just that one guitar loop that just plays over and over and over again. And after a while, it was seriously putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
And like just a couple more tracks would have helped a lot.
That's interesting. I kind of like the trombone or the tuba theme that plays in the beginning. Like it always gets everyone's attention. They're like, what's going on? Like, it's Noby Noby Boy. That's what's going on.
So, Noby Noby Boy. It kind of reminded me what pure play is, or was to me as a young child. And I don't know, I'm not sure I'll be able to go back to that as an adult, but it's certainly an experience worth having, especially for $5.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Stock Boy! Been down there 3 hours. Why get off, Stock Boy? Get clean of this dinner.
Jesus Christ. And hey, you know what? Can you stop calling me Stock Boy? My name's Jason. Or Stock Man would be just fine too, you know.
I don't pay you to give a damn, Stock Boy.
Hello?
Jason, hey man, where are you?
I'm working. I told you. I needed to get a job to pay my rent.
When do you get off, man? We gotta meet with Revision 3 today.
I don't get off till like 5:36. What am I paying you for, Stock Boy? 3 hours of pocket pool?
I gotta go. My boss is yelling at me, alright?
Yeah, can you make it?
I'll take care of it.
Jason.
Jesus Christ. I gotta go.
What happened? Weird. Can he make it?
I think so.
Move your ass and clean that toilet.
Alright. God damn
I
it.
want to see my face in that sparkling porcelain.
Not the toilet. Oh, God.
Hey Matt.
What's up, dude?
Hey, I wanted to post a blog on the site.
Okay.
I forgot the WordPress login.
Aha! You don't need the WordPress login anymore.
Really? Why?
Yeah, we're on Squarespace now, dude.
What is that?
Check this out.
Whoa!
They did this for us in like a day.
What?
Yeah,
That's our
seriously.
website.
Yeah, exactly. And now like we have control over it, so like any of these boxes we can just drag and move around in real time.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's like Photoshop but for web pages.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That looks a lot better than our old site.
I did our old site.
It only looks a little better.
Man, I can't believe those guys got jobs in like 2 fucking days.
It's true, but I feel like we might just have a little bit more savings than those guys, dude.
Yeah, maybe, that's true.
I'm just glad. I'm just glad we got Jason along.
Dude, totally.
It's really awesome.
Yeah,
Rob's
that's
next.
Totally awesome.
Yeah, Rob is next.
Paul.
You got a really, really good job. I can't believe it.
Dude, I know, that's crazy, but fuck, man, I guess they know talent when they see it, right?
I guess so. Oh,
thanks,
man. Looks delicious.
Oh, can I get a water?
Today, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
When's Jason get off?
Jason gets off like at 5 or 5:30, something like that.
When does Cesar get off?
I don't know. Hey, Cesar, when do you get off work?
About a half hour.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're in, right?
Yeah, totally. I'll be right back, guys.
Hey. All right.
Killzone 2 is an interesting beast. I really didn't think I was gonna like it.
Or you didn't like it when you first tried it,
didn't like it. As it goes on, it keeps getting better and better. And then when I think back to the content of the first stage, I was like, that should have been cool. You know, it's a giant war with explosions and crazy ships flying by every moment and
Why didn't you
big
like it?
battles. It took me a while to get used to the controls. It wasn't that it was hard for me to play it. Like, I can hop in, I can play it. I'm very fluid in first-person shooters. It's that it wasn't immediately fun to me. Like, it looked like it should be fun, but I wasn't having that fun. And so, you know, like, I just attribute it to the controls not being quite as snappy as... But anyway, you get past that.
See, I never had a problem with the controls. Like, it took a little getting used to, you know, halfway through the first level, but by then I was like, okay, these are the controls, these are my constraints. I know how to play from here. You know
After I was playing it, I understood exactly why they did it the way they did. It's meant to be a very cinematic experience, and if you make the controls really sensitive and fast-paced, then obviously it's going to be it's going to be twitchy too. So if you were to watch someone play Killzone 2, I think it generally will look fairly cinematic as long as they know what they're doing because of the rate at which the camera can move.
One thing that actually really drove me crazy though about the controls was the melee. Because I'm one of those people that, you know, charge in shooting and then finish with the melee or whatever. But man, I missed so many of those dudes in the melee because it's like, for some reason I would just miss them behind him.
Yeah, the range is, and that's
really
what
weird.
I'm talking
Totally
about.
Totally threw me off.
I feel like it's a little floaty, a little laggy.
In the vast majority of the game, your sort of cone of awareness is in front of you, where you enter into one of these kill box rooms and everything is coming at you like from in front. But you get to that last room in the palace at the end, and the guys are dropping in from behind you, and suddenly your whole perception of Killzone's world changes. In most of the game you can hold back, but what it really wants you to do is to push forward really gung-ho all the time, and you will push the front back. But when you've got guys sort of like dropping in from behind you and like breaking down the doors and stuff, suddenly you're like, I'm gonna go hide in the corner. You get a bit frustrated with your buddy because he's useless. He'll just sort of like wander out into the middle, and you have to run out completely exposed, heal him, and then there's no way to communicate. You wish you could just go, will you just stand there and shoot that way?
Did you guys use the cover system much?
I did.
You didn't?
Yeah.
See, I didn't at first. I was like, okay, I'll just stand behind this pillar and pop out and shoot some dudes. All of a sudden, you know, there'd be a guy off to the side and I didn't notice, and he'd, you know, take me out as I was standing there. It's like, okay, I got to really start using the cover system.
There was a part on the train where I kept retreating back around the corner and they were following me. I ended up resorting to the pistol in that situation because you could push them back. But at every level, you soon learn what your buddy's doing and what gun you need. And it always comes back to some of the defaults.
Sometimes I do wish I could have carried at least one more gun because it made me never, ever, ever want to take like a rocket launcher or a sniper rifle. You find a spot where there's one of those guns, you pick it up, you do some work with it, then you drop it and pick up what you were holding before and move right on.
Well, like the rocket launcher, it's always like, pick up the rocket launcher and blow that up. And then it's like, okay, I blew that up, I'm gonna drop the rocket launcher. I remember seeing it at E3 a couple years ago, you know, it's like a judge's event. The thing I took away from it was like, man, those reloads look awesome.
It's long too. I mean, as a guy who compulsively reloads in first-person shooters, like every time I fire one shot, I did not play that way in this game because the reloads take so long that you're really putting yourself out there if you're not behind cover.
A lot of the environments, there's multiple paths you could take and stuff too. Like, there would be times when I would clear out an area and then I'd walk around, you know, explore, look for stuff, and I'd be like, oh, I could have gone up here, like shot them. That would have been way easier, you know, if I tried that.
I really like the fact that the waypoint
You press up on the D-pad.
You press a button on the D-pad, so you only have it if you ask for it, and it's very, very subtle, and it's just sort of like, you know, you're heading in this direction.
It doesn't even show you the lines, the actual destination. It's like, just start heading this way. My main problem with this game is that it doesn't really add anything. You know, you just shoot red barrels that are around the environment to blow up stuff. You just walk up to things and, you know, place charges on them. Very, you know.
You use the 6-axis to turn.
And I don't mind that. It's fun. Whatever, it works. The amount of money and effort and time that we're spending working on a game like this could be pushing something else forward besides the graphics.
Uploading grid coordinates to the warheads. A few more minutes.
Copy. Initializing missile launch sequence. Damn. We have damage to the launch ports.
How many?
All of them. Sergeant, we're gonna take out the Petrosite grid, but we need more time. Help keep those Higgs off our backs.
It seems like a pretty standard video game story, you know.
Totally.
Like, I remember the first one just being like, wow, I think I've played this game a million times before.
Have you been to Killzone.com and dug through all the lore stuff that they fleshed out?
No, I haven't seen that.
There's this whole timeline from like 2070 through to, you know, whenever this game is set. I mean, they put a lot of effort into that, and I thought what was interesting in the game is that they don't try and distract you with that. You pick up those documents and they're in Helga, and it's like, if you want to read it, go to Killzone.com and we'll translate it for you. But we're not going to make you stop mid-game to learn about the lore. All that's important is that you are, you know, finishing up this kill box, walking down this tunnel to the next kill box, which will be slightly different.
Finally, the multiplayer. I always thought that I wouldn't play it. When I finished playing the single player, I noticed there was bot matches, and I was like, oh, I'll just hop in here and see what it's like. Number one, the bots were fun to play against. Two, you can tell the control is a little bit snappier in multiplayer. Three, the animations for things like reloading are faster. Four, it has like the Call of Duty hit detector.
Keep the ISA at bay!
The bot thing is pretty amazing. I mean, I was telling you earlier that I was playing it and it was behaving in such a sort of particularly like clever way in this one area that I had to check that I wasn't playing online.
Well, the fact that the game types change.
That's what I was
every
gonna
map.
say.
It's great.
Yeah, like the fact that it tells you with audio what the objective is as soon as it comes on.
Assassination! Defend the target! Failure is not an option, gentlemen!
One thing I like about the multiplayer actually is the structure of the maps. You see like ramshackle stuff or pieces of like sheet metal, and it's like you can kind of peek out between them and like take those pot shots at dudes. You know, there's so many games where it's just like there's points you can shoot from and there's points from you can't. But this is like, oh, I found a neat little like hole where I can stick my gun out and kind of cap guys. I found myself wishing that the rank system worked a little quicker.
Yeah.
I just want to unlock more stuff. You know, I guess I'm used to like Call of Duty where it's like you rank up pretty quickly and you get new stuff every time. But it was like, when do I get new weapons? Like when do I get, you know, when can I become a medic or when can I do that? You know, it's definitely like took some getting used to, and it's like, but now I find myself wanting to go back and probably play it this afternoon.
Right.
Search and destroy! Defend the target area! Defuse any explosives sent by the enemy before they detonate!
I would have no problem recommending this to anyone who has a PlayStation 3 who needs a first-person shooter to play multiplayer or single player.
If you want
really.
to get a multiplayer game, I think this is the guaranteed one. You are going to get a game for a while.
It's fairly friendly for new players in terms of what it wants you to do, what the objectives are, how it changes them up.
For a very hardcore genre, it's actually kind of on the friendly end of what it expects of you. I think they've built it in a way that if you just bought a PS3, maybe you're not that familiar with shooters, you can jump in and have a good time.
Okay, let's take it down. 3, 2, 1, and we're clear. Awesome. Great show, you guys. Awesome, awesome work. Thank you very much. We're clear. Sweet. Oh, hey. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, me and Jason are here, so can you let us in?
Oh, you're outside? Oh, all right. Come get you.
That would be great.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, what the?
Oh,
come on, go.
Don't struggle, don't struggle!
This segment is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99, plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builders, and much more. Plus, enter code CO1 when you check out and save an additional 10% off your entire order. Some restrictions apply. See the site for details. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
What the fuck? Just settle down. What are you doing? What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny to put a bag on your head.
What are you doing? What the hell? I said I would have went with you. You just had to ask.
Yeah, I really don't have an explanation of why I did that at all. I just thought it would be funny. Come on, let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you feeling, Rob?
Well, the faces felt better. I'm not gonna lie.
You'll live, man.
That's it, guys.
That's there, huh?
This is the place.
Let's do it.
All right.